fellow beaders, it's JP and I have another tutorial for you, and I also wanted to mention something that I've done. I've added PDF files, so written instructions for these sets of earrings that I'm showing you. So this you've actually seen before. These are from a tutorial I did earlier, but I did make up a PDF file and it's now available in my Etsy and Artfire shops. And this one I actually haven't done a tutorial on, but this one, or these both are just two different colors. The PDF for these are also available in my Etsy and Artfire shop. So if you guys want some written instructions for some earrings, then you have an option. Go ahead and check it out. Up to you. And now for this tutorial, what I'm going to show you how to do is make these earrings. And I got two different color combinations. I think that they are really, really gorgeous. This one here is made with fire polished beads, and it's got this nice sort of domed, stacked aspect to it, and it's diamond shaped. And here's the back, which is also kind of cool looking, and I think you can wear them in sort of two different ways. So you got reversible earrings. You can also use this as a pendant, of course, and I think you think of this as a bracelet component or necklace component and put together a necklace or a bracelet with these. It's kind of up to you. The second set here I made with rondelle beads, and I wanted to show you that you guys have options in terms of this particular design where you can use bicones or fire polish or rondelles to make the earring. And the only difference is if you end up using the rondelles, you're going to need an extra set of seed beads in between the rondelles on this outer edge, and that's really it. Also, if you end up using a 3mm fire polish or bicone, then that's also going to be what you're going to have to do. Otherwise, with the 4mm, you don't have a problem. Anyway, I hope you guys like this. I'm very excited to do these earrings, and I think I'll be creating PDF files and maybe even some kits if people are interested for this particular earring set. We'll see. If you guys want that, let me know. Send me a message on Facebook or in the comments or something. Okay, well, let's get started, guys. I'm very excited. Okay, the materials you're going to need are 11/0 seed beads, 8/0 seed beads, 3 or 4mm fire polish, and you can substitute those for bicones or rondelles. And you're going to need super duos. You're going to need a total of 20 of the fire polish beads per earring, so 40 total, and the same for the super duos. The colors that I have here are nickel plated silver for the 11/0s, metallic hematite for the 8/0s, and these are both Tohos. This is white opaque vitriol, and this is one of my favorite super duo colors. I love the way this looks. And this is also hematite for the fire polish, and these are 4mm that I'm using here. Okay, so to begin, we are going to string 4 fire polish and 4 8/0 seed beads. So I'm going to move my super duos out of the way. You're going to string them, and then you are going to make a knot. So tie them into a circle. And what you need to do is just make a square knot. And you don't need a very long tail. Once you make your knot, go ahead and take your tail and feed it through several beads to move the knot away, and then just get rid of it. It's going to drive you crazy otherwise as you start to bead. And then what you're going to do is take your working thread and make sure that you're exiting out of a fire polish bead. like so. Then pick up 3 super duos and make sure you check to see that both holes of your super duos are open. It would be kind of a pain to undo everything if it isn't. Also, I think I forgot to mention the thread. I'm using 0.006 wildfire thread, but you guys can use Fireline also in probably 6 or 8 pounds. And you're going to need an arm span. This is a thread thirsty project, and you're going to need you're going to go through the beads multiple times. So pick up 3 and you're just going to go around the fire polish bead like so. And then you're going to move down into the next fire polish. And I'm just going to flip my work so I can work easily. And you really want to make sure your tension is tight on these, especially because the fire polish don't want to stay together and just want to spread out. So I picked up another 3 and I'm coming out of this fire polish, so I'm just going to go back around. And this is what you're going to get, and then you are going to go through to the next fire polish. So you're going to be doing this step 2 more times. And so again, pick up 3, go back around the fire polish, and this is where you're at. And we're on our last fire polish. Pick up 3 super duos, doing a quick check for our holes, make sure, and you're going to go back around. And there you have it. Now go through the next 8/0 and the fire polish. Then go through all 3 of the super duos again here. Okay, I have a love-hate relationship with super duos. They drive me crazy when they don't let me get my needle through their holes. Okay, there we go. I got them through all of them. So go through the 3. And again, I'm going to remind you about the tension. And then you're going to step up. So you're going to go up into this last super duo, like so. Then you're going to pick up a fire polish and go through the next super duo. Do it again. Pick up a fire polish, go through super duo, and make sure you pull tight, get it to get in place. Then over here, so you're putting fire polish between the sets of 3. Between the individual sets, you're going to actually just put a super duo. So, do you see what I've done there? So now for this next group, now you're going to put in a fire polish here. And you're going to do it again. Fire polish. Then you are going to do super duo now. And fire polish. fire polish, and back to Super Duo. And now fire polish. Fire polish. And our last Super Duo for this round. Okay, so this is what your work should look like, and I'm going to turn up these Super Duos. So far, this is what you got. Looks kind of cool. Kind of an interesting little component just there. All right, so after our last step, you would have been coming out of this. You would have been coming out of a Super Duo. So what you want to do is just move up into the next round. So go through the fire polish, the Super Duo, and the fire polish. And then you'll be coming out of a fire polish. The next step is to pick up a 11-0 seed bead, a fire polish, and an 11-0. And you are to go through all 3 of these beads here, if you can. So you might have to go through them one at a time, which is what I found I have to do just because of the way they're sitting. And do not go through any Super Duos. And this is what you're going to get. Now, the other thing I want to mention here is if you happen to be using a 3mm fire polish, a rondelle, a 3x4 rondelle, or a 3mm bicone, then you actually want to add 2 seed beads in between, on either side. So you're going to pick up 2, then pick up your 3mm, and then pick up 2 more. And this should help keep everything in balance, and you won't get all your beads are going to lie flat, and you're not going to get any cupping or curvature. But if you're using 4mm, then just do what I'm showing you here, and you'll be good. All right, so pick up 11-0, a fire polish, and 11-0, and we're going to go through the next set of beads here. Trying not to get myself stabbed in the process. Okay, back again. 11-0, fire polish, 11-0, and we're going to go through our 3. Here we are. Last time, we're going to do 11-0, fire polish, 11-0, and through our set of 3. And I got 2 11-0s. All right, bear with me here. Okay, so at this point you've gotten fire polish on all sides, and this is what your piece is going to look like. Now what you're going to do is you are going to go through the next 11-0 and the fire polish. here we are. And if you guys are wondering what I have this little X here, I just took some extra needles and made a little X to remind myself to keep my hands right over that so that I stay in frame. I find that it drives me crazy when I go out of frame, because I know when I watched beading videos, when they go out of frame, it just makes me batty. So I try not to do that to you guys. And so a subscriber suggested that I mark an X. So that's what I did. And that's why you see the little X there. Okay, so now you're going to pick up 5 11/0 seed beads, and you are going to go back around the fire polish. Like so. And I'm just going to flip my work for a second here. And then what you're going to do is go back up into 2 of the seed beads. You're going to skip the 3rd one, and then you're going to go down the next 2. And this is going to create a little point, like so, and then go through the fire polish, seed bead fire polish. And that's what you should have. So I'm going to flip this back. And we got ourselves a nice little point. Now we're going to move to this next one here, and we're going to repeat. And I got to go through some more. So, got through the Super Duo, the Fire Polish, and the 11/0. Surprised, but it's good. Now you want to go through the next fire polish here, and you are going to pick up 5 once again. And you're going to go back around that same fire polish. Like so, and I'm going to flip my work, and I'm going to go through just 2 of the seed beads. I'm going to skip the 3rd one because I'm going to use that to create my point, and then I'm going to go down the last 2 of the group of 5. And then you're going to go back through the same fire polish and seed bead. So I've created a little point. And I've just flipped it back. So we've gotten 2 done. Now we are going to do our next fire polish, Super Duo, because we got to get back up to this one here. So let's see if I can get through at least the Super Duo. Yep, I did. Now seed bead, or sorry, fire polish, seed bead, fire polish. Now we're in place. Pick up 5. And go back around. I'm just gonna, I went through the seed bead here. Okay, go back out. I'm gonna flip my work, go up 2 of the seed beads, and skip the 3rd one, and then go down the 2. And if this guy doesn't pop up, just give it a good yank, and it should. And then you're going to go back again through the same fire polish. And I'm going to flip back. here we are. So we have one more left to do. So let's just work our way up to it. All right, this time you're going to pick up 7. The reason you're going to pick up 7 is because this is for our ear wire hook, so you need a slightly bigger loop. So I've got 7 here, and go back through the same seed bead. So I'm just going to flip this way because it's easier to work. So this time you're going to go back up. You're going to go up 3 of them. Then you're going to skip the 4th one and then go down the last 3. And you're going to get the same point as you did with the 5, but just a little bit bigger. Then just go through fire polish, the seed bead, and a fire polish. And this is what our piece is going to look like. So as you can see, there's our point, and now our loop for the ear wire is what I mean to say. And now we're ready to make the insides. So if you guys remember, you have this super jewel here that's the second hole hasn't been used for anything. So you got an open second hole here. So there should be 4 of those. You have 1 here, 1 over here, down here, and over here. So we got to make our way into this top hole of the super jewel. So the best way to do this is to go down or go into the next super jewel here. And of course, I'm not getting through. Part of it is I have lotions on my hands, and pushing the needle is difficult because my hands have lotion on them. Okay, I'm through. Now I'm going to go into the next fire polish. Then I'm stepping down into this super duo. Now you're going to move into our super duo here. And now we are in position. So the only thing you got to do is step up into the top hole. There you go. And for this step, what you're going to do is pick up an 8/0 seed bead, a fire polish, and an 8/0, and you are going to go into your next super duo. Like so. And we're repeating. So we got an 8/0, fire polish, 8/0, into super duo number 3, 8/0 fire polish, 8/0. It's our 4th super duo. And now 8/0 fire polish, 8/0, and we're back to our first one. and then you're going to go through to the fire polish. And this is what you should have. I'm actually going to suggest that you go through the beads one more time here. So and so we're back to the first one, and we are just going to go into the fire polish. And that's what you should have. Now you're going to pick up an 11-0, Super Duo, and 11-0. And you are going to go to the next fire polish bead. So this is what you should have. So, and repeat. So 11-0, Super Duo 11-0, and just the fire polish from the previous round. I'm going to do this 2 more times. 11-0, Super Duo 11-0, and then into fire polish. And our last time, 11-0, Super Duo 11-0, into the fire polish, and then move into the seed bead. Well, let's just go into the fire polish. Like so. And this is what you should have so far. Alright, so we got just a few more steps left. You want to go into your seed bead and these pesky Super Duos, these uncooperative Super Duo seed bead. I'm getting a lot of sunlight there. And then just so basically you're just going to go back through all the beads again to reinforce them. It's really important that the tension in this part be really tight, because the dome will fall flat if it's not nice and tight. You're going to get a lopsided little dome here. All right, I think this is my last set here. Okay, so once you've gone all the way around, you want to go into your fire polish and then just the seed bead and the Super Duo. Don't go into the second seed bead. Now it is time to step up. So move into the second hole of our Super Duo. Pick up a 11-0 seed bead and go into the next Super Duo. Pick up an 11-0 Go into the next one, pick up an 11-0, go into the next one, and last time. And there you go. Okay, so what you're going to do now is just reinforce. So go through these holes, go through all the seed beads and the super duos again. And if you've done this a couple of times, it's good. You know, it's nice and tight. I've gone through it a few times. So the only thing left to do now is to secure the thread. So I'm actually going to step down into the super duo, into the bottom hole, and through the seed bead. And I'm going to make a 1/2 inch knot. I'm going to do about 3 of these and secure my... Okay guys, well, so in that last part, all I did was make some 1/2 inch knots. I made 3 of them, cut off my extra thread, and put in my ear wire. I hope you guys liked the tutorial, hope it was clear, and let me know if you guys want some kits made for these earrings or some PDF written instructions. I can do that. Leave me a comment if you like. If you like the tutorial, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Alright guys, well, have a nice rest of the week, and I'll see you next time.